Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen. I am Rick Godley alongside Mitch Maxwell. We're at All Hours Fitness, the opening celebration, or I should say the re-celebration. It's not a reopening of the facility here in Ruston. And Mitch, a customer, a happy customer, I would dare say, right? I mean, because I see you in here quite a bit. But before we get to where you are now, take us back to where you were then that prompted you to walk through the front doors of maybe All Hours or maybe another fitness. Take us back to that story when you said, I'm going to do something about this.
Yeah, so like we were talking earlier, I've been in fitness for a long time. I went to Louisiana Tech and was on the powerlifting team at Louisiana Tech, and my wife was a cheerleader at Tech, and so lived a healthy life. But then we got married and started having kids, and went to work in the fuel industry and really got unhealthy. I gained a lot of weight, got up to 285 pounds, and just didn't like where I was. So made a decision to not necessarily get out of the fuel industry, but get into a job where I'd have more time to focus on health, and started doing that, and started working out locally before Walker opened this gym, and was having issues with that gym. I wouldn't say it's the name of the gym, but anyway, worked out that gym for a long time, 7+ years, and equipment started to fail. And I really got frustrated with the fact they didn't do maintenance on the equipment. It was, for 7 years, it was the same equipment, same problems. And then decided to make a change, which I'm a pretty loyal person. But anyway, Walker had opened this gym, and became good friends with Walker, and started working out here. And the thing I really loved was not just the quality of equipment, but the maintenance that they kept up. If there was a problem with a piece of equipment, it wasn't a problem long. Normally I'd tell Trey if there's a piece of equipment, or Walker, if there's a piece of equipment I was having problems with, and really 9 times out of 10 or 10 times out of 10, the part was already ordered. Right.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So anyway, fell in love with the gym, and became great friends with Walker and the staff. And, it's not just a gym. This is a place of fellowship and friendship. We met some really great people here, and you'll see people working out, but you also see people talking. You'll see people praying together. So it's much more than just a gym atmosphere. The other thing I really loved about Walker in this gym and his other gyms is they're not just focused on the weights. They're also focused on health and healing. You've got red light therapy, you've got the massage beds, you got recovery. And recovery is a big thing as we get older. We got to pay attention to. And the staff is a very knowledgeable staff. Whether they're working to maintain the equipment or the cleanliness of the place, they're also very helpful in asking what they can do to help and improve. So,
you brought up 285 pounds?
285 pounds. Cholesterol numbers were bad, and really blood work looked terrible.
And at a young age too.
Yeah.
And the thing is, not to cast any guilt, not to cast any shame upon anybody. I've heard you say it, and Chris, and I've lived it myself. Life happens.
That's right.
Life happens. But if you're not focused on, I guess the main thing, life will happen to you, as opposed to you living life and being part of what's happening, and trying to steer that. Talk about that, because somebody who just heard what we said about how you used to be, how you look now, didn't happen overnight, but at the same time, something motivated you to take action. What would you say to that person?
Yeah. So what would I say to someone looking?
Yeah, who's like, hey, I can't do what it takes to look like this. And the answer is yes, you can.
Yes, you can. Yeah. No, I think the mindset is there's with life today, with the click of a button, we can order something and we can receive it in a couple of days. And the simple fact is I didn't get to 285 pounds overnight. No. It happened over a long period of time. And so your health journey to get back healthy is going to take some time, right? And I think if you're going to be on that journey and decide to get healthy, you simply have a mindset of taking goals that are achievable goals, say 2 to to 3 pounds a week or it's progress. And so you're not going to get there immediately, and working through that journey, you can get there. Just give yourself time, right? And there's going to be injuries along the way that are going to set you back. But I've had shoulder surgery on both shoulders. I've had several issues along the journey, but the key is not quitting, right? And also learning. It's not just about coming in here and putting in time in the gym, but it's about what you put in your mouth. It's those healthy habits. So
you bring that up too. I worked out pretty faithfully for the past couple of years, and next thing you know, my elbow hurts, and I'm wondering what that was. And Walker said his tennis elbow, and I don't play tennis, and what do I do for you? He said, you just got to let it heal. So it was a setback, but at the same time, I literally pivoted to do the Stairmaster, just to stay active. So it's important to do something and then do it in a consistent way, because as you mentioned, nothing happens overnight. It takes a process and a progress. So when you first found out from Walker that this new facility, a new building, I keep calling it it is. He said he rebuilt 2 facilities at the same time here. What were your immediate thoughts?
I was excited. I knew, again, Walker's big on rehab and not rehab, what's the word? Recovery. And so I knew a big part of this was going to be recovery related. The other part is, as over time, the studies have shown that this hammer strength equipment is so much healthier for you because the way it positions your body to sit, the way that the weight is not a free weight, so that if you have a problem with free weights, a lot of the problems with free weights is, you want to get to a point of lifting where you're exhausting your muscles. And with free weights, once they're exhausted, they got to fall, right?
Right.
And so with hammer strength equipment, and a lot of the equipment he has here, you can hit the exhaustion, you can hit your peak maxes without the potential of injury. Right, and that's been a big part of the new addition, along with the new equipment that he put in the existing building.
Person of influence in your life could be your parents or a teacher. Who would that be and why?
Oh, person of influence. It's been different people at different phases of life. Through high school, it was high school coaches, football coaches. In college, Billy Jack Talton that we were talking about earlier, that was on the powerlifting team, such a great individual person, but a coach, a mentor, and then as you get married and start having kids, the other fathers that have poured into me, and a lot of it happens. As a matter of fact, we were just talking about it. I'm older now and have older kids. I have grandkids now, and got to see a young man earlier that he's starting out life and starting to have kids. So just pouring into those guys because of what guys did to me when I was younger. Yeah.
There is a verse too that Jesus said, "He who puts his hand to the plow and looks back is not fit for the kingdom." Not saying you're getting kicked out. Just stay focused on your road to hoe. And keep moving forward. And how about in your journey now? I mean, you have goals still?
Oh yeah. I'm at the point of life now where the body's starting to hurt. So
no, it's just sore. It's just
that's right. That's right. So I'm realizing that I can't do the heavier weight. I'm starting to go from a bulkier version of myself to a more lean version of myself, and changing. I used to lift weights 6 days a week. Now I'm lifting weights 3 days a week, and I'm doing cardio the other 3 days a week. So you're constantly in a transition, whether it's your physical goals that you're trying to go after, your spiritual goals, or financial goals, right? You're never exactly where you want to be because your goals change over time, I guess.
Well, and I'll watch this video and I'll look and see this person here, and boy, it's a short time to get here, isn't it?
That's right.
And I know people in my past have said, Rick, it's a short time, and I totally didn't understand what they were saying, but I'm getting it now, and I think you're getting it as well, huh? All right. Well, Mitch Maxwell here at All Hours Fitness. Find out more online, allhoursfitness.com. Any closing thoughts, closing words you want to share?
No, I think we're good. You pretty much covered it all. Thank you for your time.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming. Please drive carefully and arrive home safely. Good night.